connect. Switch the camera around. There we go. All messages in the chat visible. All right. Well, so while I wait and I get some stuff done, because why not? Why don't I work on this one drawing I'm working on for Bane here. Work on the pencils for it because it's easier. Oh, I need an eraser. Might try to upload some art shorts later. Try to get some stuff like that recorded. Shoot. No, that goes too high. So that goes down here. Let's see. Let's put that there from the reference I have on the side. So there's like a little bit of shadow deviation. And you put, I think there's like a shadow going kind of down, so it needs to be blended in. Okay, so I can put pencil. Probably do this for a couple hours. If it stays dead for more than that long, I'm probably going to end it. The lighting was terrible. It's better for people to see now. Try to do some videos here in a bit and some shorts. Okay. GCD cat. Hi. Why so serious? Hello, everybody. I have a request. Okay. I'm working on Bane at the moment because I'm just bored. I was waiting on people to join. Hopefully everybody's having a good day or morning or whatever time it is for you guys. Is it like morning or day? Minecraft Enderman, not cube. More like cartoon shaped purple. Alright. Seems simple enough. I played a bit of Minecraft, so that might be easy. Let me move some papers around first. For the record, what is the time for you guys? Also, if you want to, make sure to like the stream and stuff. Did you watch the trailer for Suicide Squad for the Joker? Full body. It's half. Right now. I did. It was decent. I'm gonna put it mildly. Not a fan of the voice. The design looks cool, I guess. Gameplay looks pretty solid. Just not a fan of that voice. Give me just a minute. I'm going through a lot of my papers. I have like a lot of stuff I was working on setting it, and I have it set down in the studio. Sorry. That's the sheet for the comic. Let me first do a little bit of blending here, and then I'll work on it. Also, how's okay for the new Joker? Kind of, in my personal opinion. Also, Kat, and everybody, how's your guys' day been? Well, I guess it's been good. All that jazz. I'm hoping. For the record, I do not hate the design. I just do not like the voice of the new Joker. I don't mind them bringing it back, even though I still think it's a disservice because the Arkham Joker's dead, and they're taking every chance just to bring him back. And I personally think they should have brought back Deathstroke, but it's just me. Let me put in a little bit of shade here. My day is amazing. I'm gonna go see my cousin this week. Oh, cool. All right. Well, I got that somewhat worked on. Now, also, wait a minute. Hold on. How do I can't go to their channel. Oh. I like their icon though. GD Cat. Pretty cool, solid icon. From what I remember about the Endermen, they're kind of like, they are very like Slenderman-esque. They're all black, obviously. So maybe I can play around with the design a little bit. This is more my request sheet where I just draw random doodles when people request something. They don't really have a face, so I can, they kind of have a mouth, but I can kind of somewhat ignore it. Oh, that's because he's an Enderman and they're not human. It doesn't wear pants. Well, yeah. Google reference if you can. Yeah, I know. I've played a bit of Minecraft. I remember some stuff. I actually was thinking about like try to do like a spawn type of weird, like it's a weird thing, but I was thinking about trying this be something I could probably play around with in post if I ever did like a legitimate thing. And actually I need to, you know what? Hold on. Let me try. No ears. Well, they some you could I could play around with the ears, but I don't know. Currently in a loud place. You're all good. If you bring Scarecrow and Bane in this one, it's simple. Hey guys, welcome in to everybody. If you guys want to, you can like the stream, all that jazz. Sorry if today's art stream's a little bit late. What about the anime, like, messy boy hair? I don't know about all that. Kind of just playing around with the design and a concept I thought would be cool. Be an interesting one. Just like the stream. Cool. I only see one. One like I did like. Yeah, it's weird. It's glitchy sometimes. I only see the one too, so trust me, it's really weird. If y'all don't like and subscribe, the demon under your bed will eat your toes at night. Oh boy. Yeah. Actually, let me look up a reference real quick. All right, got an idea. There was two, but it disappeared. Okay, let's try. Oh, let me turn back on Flash real quick. There we go. Now I see two. Yeah. It comes and goes because streaming is dumb. Yeah, YouTube refresh. Yeah, same. Drawing requests for this stream because why not? I have the pencils for the comic on the side if I want to work on those. Waffle fries are the best fries. Ha 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 ha. Try oil markers for once. wouldn't say I wouldn't agreed about the fact about mustard on pizza though. We can agree on to disagree on that. I'm not a big mustard person, period. So I can agree to disagree. Wouldn't say that's delicious though. What did you think about if we'll get the Chameleon for a DLC for Marvel Spider-Man 2? Maybe. There's a chance. Personally, I think we might. Person 2 above the Italy, don't trust his liver among them. Yeah. Nice. Yes. I'm currently drawing requests. So right now I'm doing the Enderman as like a human shape. So I'm borrowing some elements from Slenderman. I do have a reference on the side from Google, which kind of helps. So if anybody has any other ideas, leave them. I'll try to look through the chat. No promises that I'll get to everything today. And I will say I will say I do have some stuff I still need to do. If you guys are curious. The stream is golden. Yeah. Hoping to yeah. If Jason is the Suicide Squad, I will change my profile. I doubt he is. I wish I had a good white marker or a white ink pen, but I sadly do not. Suicide Squad Kill Justice League is going to be worse than the Avengers game. In your opinion, that's fine. I doubt that though. Let me okay, this is the argument that I'm getting tired of. And I'm going to break this down in the stream. I'm going to say this. Avengers was a game that they took superheroes and basically forced a shooter-like gameplay system on with their powers. Okay? Suicide Squad, they're actually using guns. It's more fitting. And half the members of the Suicide Squad, minus King Shark and Captain Boomerang still doesn't have powers. Don't have powers. They're human. With the Avengers, most of them have powers. There's only a few characters that they don't. So that argument loses all track when you think about this. Avengers, they forced the Destiny-like looter shooter element. With Suicide Squad, it's not dropping into doing the same missions over and over. It's an actual open world. It's an open world. It isn't Avengers because it actually does have an open world to it. You're playing around in Metropolis. Now, you can make the argument that Metropolis feels dead. Sure, I can agree with you wholeheartedly. But if we're going to argue about Avengers, as someone who played Marvel's Avengers and actually did a video on how I would do a Marvel's Avengers, personally, the argument is everything is mid, just reskin Fortnite. Okay, wrong. Again, Fortnite didn't come out till. Well, I gotta go to sleep. It's like, so I'll share the stream and have a good. You too. I'm sorry, but the Fortnite argument is another failed argument because Fortnite is pretty much a shooter where the arena gets smaller and it's basically last person standing. So to make that argument, you would have to say that is Metropolis going if it basically all the Suicide Squad versus one another? Is it an online shooter where they're killing one another? No. They're killing Brainiac's, aliens, first of all. If anything, it has more in common with Call of Duty at the moment, mixed with a few other things. Now, with Fortnite, one, you're building and you're basically taking some elements of the environment to use as weapons in a way to go through things. I've never played Fortnite in my life, but I've seen gameplay. There's a very clear difference. And if anything, this game has more in common with Sunset Overdrive than it does with Fortnite. Because Fortnite, it's a battle royale online shooter. Suicide Squad is not a battle royale. It is a shooter, and it can be online, but it actually does have a story similar to Avengers. Sure, we can make that argument. Fair. But there is a very clear difference with Avengers. They forced certain gameplay online looter shooter elements that they actually charged for a lot of stuff. So, Also, hi Pugs, welcome in. I'm at the airport right now. Oh, really? Well, hopefully you. By the way, with the airport, word of advice: make sure your stuff is not broken. If you bring like a disc thing, those like things you can watch a movie on the flight, make sure that crap isn't broken. Waiting for the flight to get back home. Well, that's cool. Well, hopefully you have a safe trip. Also, my stance on Avengers is very clear. I don't like Avengers, but there is a very clear difference between Suicide Squad and Avengers. Purple. Avengers, they forced... Okay, these are superhuman characters. They forced a Destiny-like format where you're doing the same repetitive missions over and over, where you're doing certain things and you're dropping into these little mini arenas. That's a little different. And it's kind of the Fortnite is extremely different, so that comparison doesn't work either. So I could argue all day on this, but let's agree to disagree. How about that? And you're welcome, Pugs. Also, welcome in. Hopefully you had a safe trip, and hopefully you had a great vacation, and all that. My thing is I'm very opinionated. So if I piss anybody off with if I say something that, you don't like, as long as you respect my opinion, I respect yours. But when it comes to certain arguments, I will wholeheartedly basically shut certain things down because I know pretty well when on a gaming standpoint, the differences as someone who's played certain games. Also, this Enderman is terrible. I am sorry. I'm probably going to restart it or redraw it because I did not even think about the shading and any of that. I just kind of did just blind coloring. That was dumb, so cross that off the list. The skins were the hint or miss. Okay, that's true. But with Avengers, it wasn't any better. Avengers pretty much, they haven't explained where the old Deadshot... Yeah, exactly. That's another thing. That is a valid argument. That pisses me off. Okay, that is actually the argument that I actually nobody brings up hardly. Deadshot in the Arkham series was originally the one in the comics, which was, I think he was like Latino. I don't remember everything, but that Deadshot is gone. We're basically getting like Will Smith Deadshot when the Suicide Squad was booming and the Justice League was not. Thank you, Josh Whedon. Which is obviously sarcasm. So, for me, the argument about the Suicide Squad, here's my thing. The argument about the skins, the gameplay, the stuff like that, you can argue all day that it looks like this, or you can make certain comparisons. Fair enough, but an alternate reality that's how we're getting the new Joker. That it could be a soft reboot for Deadshot. I can honestly agree with that. That, to be fair, that I can actually kind of agree with. But I also think it's just their way of cashing in on Will Smith's Deadshot. Like, pretty much, that's how I look at it. Because that's literally pretty much how I see it. Is that we're basically getting Will Smith's Deadshot in a way for Suicide Squad. And honestly, I honestly think that is fine. But the problem is the flaws in their argument of like, oh, for green, yeah. My thing is, here's my stance. The argument becomes weaker when you make the argument, when Rocksteady says, oh yeah, the Deadshot that we've had in like 4 different games was never the real Deadshot. That he was like someone pretending to be, and is like, that loses all momentum when you get to this game, and pretty much you see them trying to do Will Smith's Deadshot. Like, that argument is really dumb. It's like basically saying, like, it's basically the argument. Let's say if it was Harley Quinn, let's say we follow her throughout the entire of the Arkham trilogy, and then she's magically changed to a different thing. Yeah, he could have been killed off screen. Exactly, and that's where I have the problem with it. I think, if we can make the argument about with Deadshot, if there is no camo from the old Deadshot, yeah, that's probably not going to happen. Honestly, what I would have done, here's my thing. When I play the game, when I get Suicide Squad, because I will play it and I will stream it, I will make a review on it, but I will also what I'll try to do is, if there's some stuff in the story, because I actually did have a pitch for me rewriting the story, but I want to wait till the game comes out before I do a rewrite video and a remake video and all that. Because I don't want to make it going blindly in and not having enough basis to really do anything. Like, I want to have the full totality of what the story is so far, and then I'll go in and do a rewrite. Because my biggest, Winnie the Pooh loves war. All right, enough with the AI jokes. No. But I think, with me, if I was doing Suicide Squad, I don't mind that it's an online shooter. That's not my problem. Like, the gameplay looks fine. It's not perfect, but then again, thing is, a lot of people are used to the Arkham series.
So for Rocksteady to go away from that, it's a big change, and people are obviously not gonna like change. So I don't have as much problem as some people for the way, them, trying something a little different. I personally think what they could have done if did a Superman game, or what they could have done, and this was just me spitballing, they could have done a relatively different character. Like, basically what Rocksteady should have done, and this is me just going through ideas. If I was in control and I was basically saying, well, we're going from Arkham Knight to point A to point B. What could we do? What hero could we do? I actually would have chose Zatanna. Hear me out. I personally think with the amount of hints that, and with her connection to Batman in the Arkham universe and in the Arkham universe and in the what was it? Hold on, we have 8 gadget wheels and different gadgets for just one hero. Now we get the same gun for different. Is lazy. Okay. That argument loses all traction. Have you ever played Call of Duty? They will die fighting Batman. I doubt that. But here's the thing. Here's the problem with that argument. If you played Fortnite or you played Call of Duty or you've played a shooter, most guns don't matter what character you play as. If you played even Watch Dogs, you're going to have that same thing with any shooter. Not like, if you make that argument, you got to be prepared. Here's the thing. I've played a few shooters. So for me, that argument loses all traction, because if you've played a shooter, you would know that when it comes to, if you play with a shotgun, it's going to be the same way it feels for you for somebody else. So if you play with, let's say, like a regular handgun or a machine gun or like a minigun or whatever, doesn't matter what gun you play as, it's the same thing in GTA. It's going to feel the same. You can, even with Uncharted, when you're playing as Nathan Drake and you have a certain gun equipped, let's say you pick up this gun or this gun. When you're playing that game, you basically have the similar thing. It's not exactly lazy, because if you think about it, it's just a thing with shooters. Like, how do you expect it to feel different? It's a gun. It's obviously going to feel the same way no matter who you play as. Like, if let's say I'm playing the online mode in Uncharted, right? I decide to play as Sam Drake, but I pick up a gun and stuff like that. It's going to feel the same. But Batman made Kryptonian gloves to fight Superman, yet these bozos think they can kill Superman. No, they know they can't kill Superman. The only character that they know that stands a chance against fighting Superman is King Shark, and that's because he has magic. One of Superman's many weaknesses is magic. It's kryptonite, magic, radiation, electricity slightly. Radiation is debatable. Red sun radiation is obvious because it nullifies Superman's powers. And then again, if they're shooting at Superman, they know it's a losing battle. Like, they're not wanting to win. That's the argument that's the thing. Like, I don't want to argue about this, but the thing is, my thing is, I know enough with the character of Superman, because I've been reading him for a long time. The weaknesses that he has are magic, basically red sun radiation, and kryptonite. There's various forms of kryptonite, and it's overused, Sure, you can put in a bullet and he can dodge it or he can basically stop it. It's going to take him down for a bit. Yeah, but is it too on the nose to give a guy called Captain Boomerang a boomerang? Have you ever watched the Flash cartoon? Have you ever seen the comics? Captain Boomerang is known for boomerangs, my friend. it's literally the reason why it's in his name. And plus, it's hard to really, like, yeah, he does have a boomerang. He does use it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Bro, dumb. Bro, dumb. No, he's not dumb. No one's dumb here. Then why give him a gun? Because it's literally, he uses guns even in the comics. Like, he'll use a shotgun occasionally. Yes, he's known for using boomerangs, but in a sense, if okay, let's say, here's my thing. Here's my argument. If you're playing Captain Boomerang, wouldn't you want something to close the distance? If you're only using a boomerang, how old is that going to get, right? His traversal is the boomerang. Yes, exactly. His traversal is tied to the boomerang. So when you're using the boomerang, it's basically, it's ironic. Yeah. My thing is, you gotta have to have a little bit of leniency because, for instance, let's say, here's my thing. You're playing, if you're playing as Captain Boomerang, how old is it gonna be? No, well, actually, let's take this out of the equation. Let's say you're playing Spider-Man. How old is it gonna be if you can only do one thing at all? Like, let's say you can only use either spider sense or web shooters. You can't attack or do anything. All you can do is dodge. Or slowly take somebody down, right? Is it really much of a difference? Old. Like, basically, if you can only do one thing playing as Spider-Man, then it becomes less fun, right? Plus, it is a shooter, so you have to keep this bit in mind that with a shooter, some characters are obviously going to have guns. They're going to basically have to shoot. They're going to have to, do things. And most human characters, like Captain Boomerang, which he's used a few guns in the comics. Yes, he's used boomerangs, but the argument that you're making is, well, why should he even use guns at all? Well, for one, wouldn't it make a lot more sense? So if, let's say he's fighting a character, let's say he's like fighting a character like an enemy type, right? He's only using a boomerang, but the thing will not die. Wouldn't you need something to lower its health a lot more, like a shotgun or something to drain it down a lot faster instead of throwing a boomerang, let it come back, throwing a boomerang, let it come back, throwing a boomerang, let it come back? Weren't most people who played the closed alpha said it got stale at the end of the playthrough? Well, there is a lot. Here's the thing: the internet's a funny place because there was a lot of people that enjoyed their time with it, and then there's a lot of people that were just hating on it just because they felt that it's like, they needed to. Because here's the thing: I wouldn't always go with the hate. Like, the internet. Here's my thing with the internet, and this is my argument: you don't go off of what other people say unless absolutely necessary, and then you make a decision for what you play and what you have fun with. And if it's not fun, then it's not fun. That's how it was for Avengers. I didn't make my decision till like after playing it to realize, like, yeah, this game's shit. It's like it was already getting hate as it was, but like I didn't fully commit to like not liking it till after playing it and then like getting to the online portion and realizing, oh, there's nothing to do. Right? So it's like you kind of have to have a balance. Like, sure, it could be stale, but like, you know, there's some people that are just looking for an excuse to hate the game. That's the thing, is that if you go off of just hate, you're going to be, it's a never ending rabbit hole. It's not going to end. So what my thing is, you know, figure it out, like play it for yourself or watch a streamer play it, see if, you know, it looks fun, try it out for yourself. And if you don't like it by the end of the day, then you don't, you know, that's fine. You don't have to enjoy it or like it. Just don't crap on other people for liking it. You know, like it's like everybody's entitled to their own opinion. You don't have to shit on somebody because they don't have the same opinion as you. That's the problem with the internet, is that, you know, you're this if you like something and you're not, you know, it's definitely not for everyone. Exactly. And it's you don't it's not gonna please everybody. Sure. Like that's like a given. And I'm not gonna sit there and say it should. But people need to be willing to accept change and a little bit of like, just try it out. Like if you don't like it, you don't have to like it. That's fine. You know, like shit. There's a lot of things that I don't like, but my thing is you just gotta have to be willing to try it first. It's like food. You don't know until you try it, and then if you don't like it, you don't gotta like it. It's like vegetables. There's some vegetables kids like, and then there's some that kids don't like. It's a weird comparison, but it's the best I can do, you know. But yeah, you know. And you know, I might make a rewrite video if there's stuff that I feel like that could have been done better or handled better. Sure. You know, as a fan of the Arkham series, I'll definitely, you know, try to tackle a rewrite or a reimagining, or even trying to come up with like ideas for like gameplay and how I would have changed things up and what I think for certain stuff. Hopefully it doesn't flop too hard for Rockstar. Yeah, I don't think it. Here's my thing. It's not exactly a flop if it does make some bits of money. Like people are going to enjoy it. Like it appeals to certain bits of the crowd because it is a shooter. And there's a lot of people that like shooters, you know. Now, I'm not the biggest shooter person. I'm not someone that's going to stay all day and grind and do all this work. It's not in my attention span. But there are some people that will. So it's like if you can sit there and enjoy it and have fun and enjoy the time you have with it, then good on you. You know, it's like it's just it's more a matter of perspective. GTA will bring it back if it flops. Well, and here's the thing, you know, like games like Cyberpunk 2077, you know, with all the technical problems that game had, it kind of flopped, right? You know, but then people like, you know, once those stuff got fixed and it basically got brung back. So you kind of have to see it for what it is. I'm doing this Enderman here because I screwed up the original. They suggested me draw it, so I'm trying to the best I can. It's not going to be perfect. It's going to be creepy, though. Please, can you do a quick drawing of Jack Jerish? Sure. Give me a second. I'll have to look that one up. I probably butchered that. I'm sorry if I did. I apologize. I probably butchered that big time. I feel bad.
because I've never heard of that. Give me a bit and I will look that up and I'll try to draw it. I think I'll just look it up. Thanks, dude. You're welcome. Jack. Cheers. Hold on. Let me get the reference real quick. Jack. Hold on. Let me write it down because it's gonna be hard for me to type in. Hold on. Do I have a spare piece of paper? Yes, I do. Hold on. I have a bit of dyslexia, so let me check, which is easy. G R E A I L S H. Got it. Okay, I'm gonna try to look that up on the side to get photo reference. So stay tuned. Give me a second. Okay, cool. Sorry, let me fix the lighting. Okay, sorry. I'll draw that now. I got the reference here on the side. It's probably not gonna be perfect, so keep that in mind. If they're still here. But yeah, no, on the argument with like Suicide Squad. Let me try. Actually, do I have a regular freaking pencil anywhere? Whatever. Let me do so. Did you find out who he was? Yeah, I saw it. He's a soccer player. I'm not a big sports person, so I was like, wait a minute. Oh, okay. This makes sense. I was like, I thought it was like a band or it was something. I was like, oh, it's soccer player. Oh, okay. I was like, I think I knew that name sounded somewhat familiar, even if I'm not like the biggest sports guy. I was like, huh, okay, I think I got this. Yeah, I'm not the biggest sports person. I wish I was. That's fine. Yeah. I will say this hair. Is it okay if I just give him like a Jim hairdo? Because it's like there's like a band in between, but it's like because Jim has like if you remember if you know what Treasure Planet is, Jim kind of had like hold on, yeah, he's one of my favorite football players or soccer player. Yeah. Well, like Jim had hair like I'm trying to remember. If I remember correctly, he had like hair that was like kind of bowler-ish. Yeah, that's fine. With the type of hair. Yeah. It's not perfect. I was trying to replicate it and I don't have a reference of Jim. It's been so long. Yeah. Yeah, I I've never actually drawn many it's probably not gonna be perfect. Let me try the best of my ability to try to I have like a reference on the side because I don't have a lot of like I don't have a photo printer. So it's like sometimes if I'm streaming, I have to like account for the chat and the Google image. So it's gonna probably look like it's gonna look horrendous, and I feel bad because I don't want to butcher this. I'm sorry if I do. I'm so sorry. Um, okay. So let's kind of
Oh boy. Dang it. Okay, so it's like the chin kind of goes underneath there. I have like a rough image reference on the side. It's like a close up of his face. I might actually, what I might do, this would be an interesting challenge to do someone sports related. So I actually thank you for this because I mainly do a lot of, sorry for this. No, you're good. Actually, I mainly do like paintings and like some digital drawings, and it's always of like comic book characters. So it's actually I've only dabbled in doing like, realistic, if I have Freddy somewhere, but I've done stuff like that before. So I've never actually done like someone that's in the sports field. So for me, this is actually a unique challenge, and I actually applaud you for giving me something I've never actually worked with. So it's kind of cool, you know. But no, you're good. It's probably not gonna be perfect, and I might have to like it's like a smaller drawing, so I apologize for to you if like I screw up on something. I'm just doing like a rough pencil. It looks too much like a witch or a Joker. Dang it! The lips I screwed up. Dang it. um, but yeah, like it's cool. I might try to do like a remastered version, like one that's actually in the uh whatever it's called, like a bigger where you can actually see it. Um, and it's not as small. Guys, sorry I'm late. I was drawing my. Oh, cool. That's good. Thanks. Uh, yeah, and you're fine, man. Also, welcome in. Uh, to trying here. I will say I probably screwed up on the the face just a little bit. I made him probably look a little older than he should. Dang it. I'll definitely try to remaster this and do it as like a short or something, maybe it's something after stream as an interesting unique challenge, because it sounds like something pretty fun to do. Think uh it's just kind of like a cheat right now. Because it looks like something like that. I made him look like a freaking wooden doll. God dang it! Oh man, I don't want to do a disservice. Dang it! Hold on. The mouth and the. Hold on. I don't want to do that. No, I hate doing that. When I do that, I do not like doing a disservice if I'm drawing something. I feel bad. Let me go for my sketchbook real quick and try a bigger format. Might actually help. There we go. Might be better. Thank you. It looks fantastic. I try. I'm gonna try big. I know it probably did, but I just like I don't like doing that where I feel like I'm screwing up. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the eyes first because it seems to be the easiest. And I think the anatomy. Dang it. Okay. Something what's his name taught me. He said focus, do like a light pencil, hold it from the eraser where it doesn't create a big of a line. Good. Okay, so the eyes and the brow would be right here. So that would be What I need to do is get like a sketchbook, a better, less filled up sketchbook, and at some point. Okay. Let me get. Also, sorry if I'm not paying as much attention to a light sketch. It kind of looks fun. I try. It's, in between. I always like to make sure, because I'm kind of a perfectionist. I want to make sure if I'm drawing something, I want to make sure it looks as flawless as possible. And with Bane, I was working on earlier. There are some flaws in it, so it's like if I'm doing an actual request, I want to make sure it looks as close as I can to, if it's real, if it's someone, it's actually like and this is actually a unique challenge for me because I've never, and I actually applaud people when they actually give me something that's realistic and, something like that, because I don't draw as many like people. Like if I'm drawing somebody, it's like someone in like a video game, or it's like there's always something, a hero theme or somebody. I think the closest I tried was, I think, Marilyn Manson. And this wasn't finished. From I can't remember the band. If anybody knows, if you're old enough to know who Marilyn Manson is, I applaud you. And I did Freddie Mercury, but that was like penciled and inked. So it's like there is a bit of learning curve, right? And so for me, it's like an interesting, unique challenge, right? Because it's me kind of learning how to do like people and portfolios and all that. So why did everyone leave? I don't think everyone left. I think most people are still here. They're just like enjoying and watching, I guess. Okay, so it's like his eyes go from here to here. So that, okay, I might, because I think with his brow, there's like it's thicker here and then like it's thinner here, so it's like kind of like more line based there. So that's okay. There. If anybody's wondering, I have to go to bed now since I'm British time. But all right, man. Well, you have a good one, and thanks. Hopefully, you have a good night, and all that. And take care of yourself. And thanks for at least getting really good. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I'll try maybe after stream. If it turns out looking good, I'll try to make it as a short and make sure you can check it out when you see it, and I'll But yeah, have a good night, man. And or lady. It is the internet after all. Yeah, and when I came, it said one person, which was me. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so this is a unique challenge. Bye. Bye. Have a good one. And rest well. And then I think like a circle. So like that would be the nose center point that goes slightly down, and then and then I think
go down here, and then that would be the nostril point there. Let's see. I'm hoping I do this a good enough service. I always worry if I'm drawing something specific that's actually a real person. I worry doing it a disservice. Also, Art Dude, how you doing today? Good morning or afternoon or evening or whatever the hell time it is. Because different time zone stuff, it's like always different for everybody. So, yeah. Hopefully you're doing well. And having a good day or whatever. No, that's too. Okay. Oh, there's like a curve there. If you're still here, that is, man. Shoot. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, nobody's here. Okay. Oh crap, right. It's curve left. So curve. these go a little bit down here, just a little bit more. Can't tell for certain from what I can tell. Okay. Um, bu- bu- there's some stuff I feel like I can do better, but I can work that out with shading and a lot of other things. I'm gonna try to get it at least somewhat justice. It's not perfect. I don't know if I've done this completely justice, but probably. Damn it. Huh? perfect. Anatomy could be work. Okay. The hair somewhat done, and it's there. Almost done. So they suggested, it's called. Yo. Hey, man. Sorry. I was finishing up on a request somebody asked for me to do. I had the reference on the side. It's probably not perfect as I would like it to be. It probably looks a little weird in some regards. It's hard to tell with like when you references, some stuff isn't going to be as accurate as I'd hoped it would be. But it's in between. Probably with some inking and some smudging or whatever the word is for what it's called. But hey, man, hopefully you're having a good day. Where is my freaking blending stick? Damn it! There it is. Yo. Am I muted? Hold on. I better not be muted. No, I'm not muted. Good. I was like, I was hoping I wasn't like muted or something stupid because of the, what's it called? If you're wondering, I don't know. They suggested a football or a soccer player. Yeah, you were audible. Yeah. Somebody suggested earlier in the stream, so I was just kind of finishing that up. It's not perfect. Probably it could be a lot better, but I was like working off of some reference, and I tried to actually be more anatomy based, and I don't know. I probably screwed that up. It's not perfect. It's far from perfect, and I it's probably gonna be a massive disservice, and I hate that, and it's probably gonna piss somebody off that actually because it's their favorite player. But I tried. I could probably do a lot better. I think if I actually went and got a better got a reference and actually studied it without having to check the screen every 5 seconds, I could probably do a better drawing. Might try to do a better one off camera. Trying is all that matters. That's true. Oh, by the way, I did get some of the penciling done for like the second part of the comic. So I was like, I did a little bit of that one of the streams. So I got some idea of the second page figured out. I don't know. I might do some tweaking when it actually gets to the right, like the final part. So it honestly just depends. I don't know. Oh, I'm kind of partially tired. Shit. I didn't really completely sleep well. So that's, I will say compared to my very first thing for like a fan comic that I tried to do, compared to what the thing I'm doing now, I think it's a massive improvement. Shoot. Shoot. Camera! How dare you? Dang it. Yeah. I did that. Or I might try to redo it later, light box it, or figure out like some stuff and all that, which just depends. Oh, trying to think. Shit. Oh. I might rework on this just a little bit and just to correct some things. Or add some stuff I feel it needs. Shit. Yes, I know that Jonathan Majors was found guilty. Yes, I know about the whole drama surrounding him. And I know it's probably in bad taste that I ever made this in the first place, but at the time, how was I supposed to know? I had zero clue. Plus, I'm going and adding a little bit of oil markers just to freshen it up. Oh, by the way, how's your day been, then? Just out of curiosity. Forgot to ask. Pretty standard, can't complain. Yeah, about the same here, besides a lack of sleep. Had breakfast, worked a little bit on some stuff. I was gonna work on some videos today, but I was just kind of like, I wasn't feeling it because I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna work on anything. I'll probably do like maybe an art video or something, maybe later today. Just depends. And it really just depends because the Luna one did pretty well, but I had to add non-copyrighted music, and then like the second half of it like got copyright claims, so I was like, I had to mute that segment, and I was like, why the hell did I literally in the editing app, you look up non-copyright music. Why do you give me something that's copyrighted? It's like, it's like, even if there's no impact, it's like, come on, like even with editing, you guys have got to be smarter to give people like legitimate, not crap. Hello. Dragon, welcome in. Yeah. The app we do it in a little trolling. Yeah, CapCut is great when it comes to editing, but it's like, it still can be a pain when I'm trying to get like non-copyrighted crap for music if I'm putting in for a time lapse. And I think for me the harder part is if I'm doing a time lapse that's digital with Sketchbook, I don't want to give people motion sickness because of the camera constantly being jerked around and all that. So it's extremely hard for me to find like a balance when I'm recording or I'm doing that, which kind of sucks because, I enjoy doing it. It looks so good. Thanks. Yeah, it's an old painting. I'm just touching it up with some oil markers on the side. Yeah, this is before
the whole thing with Jonathan Majors. But yeah, this is I don't know. I might try to sell this at some point. It just depends. It's actually one of my better paintings. I haven't painted in God, it feels like forever. I might try to, if I was more savvy with and stuff like that, and if I had more subscribers, I'd try to set up like a shop and I could sell my fan art there. But I don't want to get sued, so I'm trying to make an original thing. So what I'm actually hoping, if the fan comic does pretty well, whenever I get the pages done, which the first page is close to being done, then I have the second page I got to do, so I have the rough stuff for that. I actually want to do an original fan comic, or like a comic that I want to do for myself that's like not copyrighted. Like, it's actually something that I partially did. So you deserve more subscribers. Yeah, I know. Everybody says that. One day. Yeah, he's chilling. He's chilling. He's a great artist. Oh, you guys are not. You guys are amazing. Thanks. I try. Actually, I had some characters, like I've come up with some concepts in the past for like a fan comic of my own. Hell, you guys should see the concept I had for like a Horseman of War. I had 3 concepts for like a fan comic, and one of them I felt like it would be very hard for me. I would need another writer to balance me out, because I don't want to go and have the thing feel like the Horseman of War. Yes, the Horseman of War. I had a Darksiders PTSD. Oh boy, my friend, you haven't seen nothing. My concept, I'm gonna let you know, when I came up with it, when he would show up in the comic, he literally has 2 shoulder pads. One of them has every flag of every war ever on them, and it's like hanging off, and like they're somewhat burnt, while the other has melted weaponry of every age, every weapon that was ever forged, and it's melted. And his whole like thing is like he's like made of every armor and everything that was ever used in war or stuff like that fused together. And it is like, the Spider-Man spider boss frustrates me so much. I gave up 5 years, came back with a burning vengeance. I don't blame you. Well, that's kind of how I did with Arkham Knight. Took me like a couple years to platinum that. Yeah, that concept is so cool. Yeah. Oh, his bracelets would be like mended together with like tank shells, like it's like sewn together, like a mixture of sewn, but also like he's like this cool concept. I have it drawn somewhere, and like his belt would be like metal that's constantly moving around, and it's like a nuke constantly going off, and you see the souls of people and stuff like that. So in my head, the Horseman War would have been like this big, overwhelming, like just like this, like a very cool concept. Now I was struggling for a bit. I never did get around to doing the other Horsemen and stuff because I had like 2 concepts for a fan comic. In that one, it would involve like Apocalypse. I was taking inspiration from Devil May Cry. What was it? Supernatural. That was another one. But I was like doing a mixture of my own thing, and I actually have Natural. Yeah. Somewhere down here, I think, and I could probably rechange it or retool it. Wherever it is. Hold on, give me a second. I had a concept art. Hold on. Where is it? Where's the son of a bitch? Nope. Hold on. Give me just a second. It's somewhere down here. I had another. This would be like for one of the. I'd probably change it up a bit. If I was redoing it now to make it, sorry, excuse me, simplify the design, and like if I had like another writer to like help me like work on it, because like I honestly had like a lot of similar, like the same old tropes you would see and stuff like that, and I kind of didn't like some stuff. But okay, here it is. Beelzebub. This was one of my concepts. Now, to be fair, I probably would honestly now I would tweak it. But what I had in mind for the center is like it's like a half punched in beehive. Like it's like if and like the wings would be in the front. I would honestly tweak the design now, but I honestly there's a lot of things I would change given circumstances and like stuff like that. I had like the idea that with Beelzebub, there was one concept that I really wanted, and I loved the idea of, but drawing it was a bitch, and it pissed me off because I really liked the concept of with Beelzebub with the wings, that the wings would be like stained glass, and when it's basically that could be so cool, yeah. The wings would be like stained glass and there'd be like skulls and stuff. So it was like it would take some influence from the base Beelzebub, from lore and stuff, but I'm not super religious. So it's like there'd be a lot of stuff I would have to tweak, work around, come up with some designs, kind of simplify some stuff. If I was to do it as a fan comic, I can't have it to where it's like as super detailed because it would honestly feel like I'm overcrowding the design. And I want to kind of mix it a bit because if I was to do it in a unique, like a partially cartoon, but partially, what's it called, style, I'd have to like make some sacrifices and get this man a budget. Yes. But like with Beelzebub, I wanted to tweak the design. I wanted to look into the lore and stuff like that. And I was at the time I was taking I did watch a little bit of somebody else's videos and they were redesigning some characters. And I got like some inspiration from them. And I was like also trying to come up with my own stuff. Death was like one character of the Horsemen I just couldn't figure out. I was like Death and Famine and a lot of different ones. It was like I was just like crestfallen because I could not think of anything for those. I would probably need to tweak or get some ideas. But yeah, I could. I honestly with like my own unique fan comic, I would honestly need more people on that, like an original idea. I would need like some people to help me with like concept art and stuff. I really did want to do like an original one. like I had two comic ideas. They were both original, but I just couldn't do them for the life of me. The only other fan comic that I did that I wanted to do that wasn't Star Wars related was redoing the Disney XD show Lab Rats. And I had like so many ideas to make that like take the seasons, make it better, rewriting things, like making it a comic and like taking some stuff. Heck, I actually had a twist idea like for the reveal when Davenport's brothers, like, oh, I'm your father, but he says that to Bree and Chase. Well, it turns out that Adam is actually, Davenport's really biological son and stuff like that. So it's like there's like some twists and stuff, and I had some concepts for that, like a fan comic for that, but I didn't do it because I was struggling with tweaking the character designs and all that. And I was like, shit. But yeah, I had some pretty cool ideas, and I really want to do them at some point in the future. I probably would honestly get like some people involved, try to get like help me out. Hell, oh man, one of the characters that I actually would have had it as a mentor, because I think he's public domain by now, right? Is Frankenstein public domain? Because of like copyright laws and stuff. I don't know if he is, but for the one with the like Horseman War and all that stuff, he would actually take on like a mentor role to like the character, like some of the characters, and I actually pulled a lot of elements from that failed movie. I don't know. I wouldn't call it failed, but I actually was inspired by it when I was like coming up with the idea. Mixture of Hunchback and Notre Dame, but also I Frankenstein, with the gargoyles and stuff. There was like I wanted there to be like I wanted to take inspiration from Devil May Cry, Supernatural, Darksiders, and a lot of different stuff. Even Hell of a Boss, like I was like Hell of a Boss and Has Been Hotel, I was like taking some influence, and I was like, I wanted to throw in a lot of like some religious stuff, but I also wanted to have like some legitimate stuff. Sleepy Hollow, that was another one. There we go. Sleepy Hollow was another one. But I just needed it. I don't know if it was partially a confidence thing and it was partially just me struggling with the writing, because there was a lot of, overused tropes in there, like stuff like that. And I was like, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to be the type that would just be like, well, I'm going to reuse this trope and that's going to, and all this stuff. And I was like, I don't want to do that. I didn't want to do that. So it's like, there is a lot of cool stuff. I honestly would in the future it'd be a comic that I really would want to pitch and do as like something for the channel that's in a channel original. Because I actually privated it, but I did have like an audio comic for something. High School D&D is so cool. Ignoring the fan service. I mean, the fight scenes and maybe yeah. I never did get to play D&D. I actually kind of am jealous because I never actually played it. I know some people that have, but I never did, which kind of sucks. But but yeah, no, man, if I could, now here's my thing. If I actually wanted to do my original fan comic stuff, man, I would honestly have to get some different people to help me on the character designs and stuff. Like I would have to go in and dig around all my original work for it. Like in my head, I had like all these cool moments, some of these characters, and a lot of interesting designs and stuff. Yeah, High School D&D is like anime. LOL. I wish I could play D&D, but I had no friends. Skill issue. Well, I didn't have much friends back then either, so you're all good. In between, I on the fact that I do still now. But no, I honestly, but yeah, like I had a lot of original stuff that I wanted to pitch and I wanted to do. But I haven't had the time. I honestly, if I was to do it now, I honestly would have to have multiple people to help me work on it, because the writing is like, it's typical of like a 19, 17, 16, 15 or 13-year-old. So for me, that's like what it was. Shut your face. Shut your face. The gibberish. I'm kidding, of course. The gibberish. Joking. Sarcasm. But no, I had a lot of cool, interesting, original stuff. I just if here's my thing. If the fan comic for Star Wars, like the Jedi Fallen Order's fan comic that I'm working on, if it does well, if I get it dubbed and I get some of the pages worked on for the first couple issues, like just like a first, I wouldn't call it a first volume, but like pretty much a first volume. I get the pages done for that, And if it does well, then I might try to get more people involved to actually do an original thing. You know, people that, you know, would want to work on it and, you know, come up with like character designs and like work off of some stuff. And like I can send out, here's like all my original crappy old art. And just like, here's all my original stuff. Here's something you can work with, like for all the designs, and go wild. It's like it's pretty much what I would do. Because I think it would be a fun little thing to do. I don't know how well and if people would do it, but it would be for on the channel, it'd be a project I would want to do for the future. I don't want to say too much because the designs for a lot of the characters honestly now would probably need a lot of tweaking, and a lot of stuff I was using like generic names. So it's like I honestly would probably now would have to tweak things, like renaming some characters, coming up with some unique stuff besides like some of the characters, environments, different enemies or people in the story, or like different stuff like lore wise, world building, all that crap. I would honestly have to like work with some people and like get like a team to work, like we can work on all of it together and stuff like that. Like I'm not gonna sit there, I'm not gonna be like Butch Hartman and basically like, oh, I did everything, I am a narcissist, nobody else did anything, I made your childhood, I made this comic, I am no, fuck that. F that. I am never gonna be that way, never will be that way, hate that. Man, I like Butch Hartman, but I just do not like how he's changed and has that attitude now. Do not like that about him. Not a fan. But no, if I was to do an original thing, I might try to do it in the future. It just depends on if the Star Wars fan comic does well. You know, if that does well, it might give me enough motivation to be like, hey, I do have this original idea, something that we can I want to work on. If anybody wants to get involved, you know, you guys can like get involved. Like it's like you guys can help get involved in a way. It's like it's pretty much like that, and I think that'd be something interesting. It'd be fun to do. I don't know how well and if people would, but yeah. I don't want to spoil anybody's dreams. Probably talking too much. I'm sorry, guys. I feel bad because I'm talking so much. I'm just like, me. I want to talk about me. Nah, I don't want to be that way. I sound like a freaking narcissist. But yeah, I'm gonna shut up. And yeah. Shoot, where is the other purple? There it is. We all King Kung Fu. King Kung Fu Pi 10. Everybody's fast as lightning. I've totally butchered that. Crap. But yeah, if I don't want to sound like narcissist, so I'm gonna shut up and quit talking so much about like all this stuff that I want to do, or me. I don't wanna be that way. It's the last thing I need to do. One thing about these stupid oil markers, they do not want to shut right. I'm trying to remember how his freaking armor went, because I have some of the outlines done. I don't remember what the hell, how the hell it's supposed to go on some bits, so I might add some shadowing in some places, but I'm gonna probably leave it as it is. Because I think it's like done for now. Ow! Fucking piece of shit. Stupid thing. Let's see. What other project could I do? I think I could do Oogie Boogie. Probably do a little bit more of the green for that. You're joking. You're joking. I can't believe my ears. There's something as far I am drowning in my tears. He's ancient, he's ugly, I don't know which is worse. I might just spit a seed out if I don't die laughing first. If there was actual music playing, it feels like I'm like an ASMR right now, where all you guys hear is the scratching of the markers on paper, and I feel bad because I know how annoying that can be. If you guys want me to mute it so you guys don't have to hear the scratching when I use the markers, I can. How do you draw faces? In between. There's multiple ways I do it. ASMR art. Yeah, maybe. Pretty much that's what it feels like. I think I did. I do. I will say with my original ideas, I did think I think I got them copyrighted, because I did went and I fooled around with some stuff to make sure. Because this is when I was like still in school and I was working around some stuff. And my teacher, we were like, she and I, we would talk, and I was like, would work on these ideas, and she would actually help me with some stuff. And like, I think at the time, I think we went and got some of the stuff copyrighted if I ever wanted to use it legitimately. So just depends. I think I did. I don't remember. At least for like the one of the actual original things, like what's it called? There was a what's it called one. It's pretty good. I actually pitched it at a Comic-Con a few times to some different artists and people. I was talking to them about it, and they thought the idea was cool. It just needed retuning and reworking in some regards. Trying to think. It's been so long since I've actually done a legitimate art stream for an hour or two. What the hell? What is my battery at? At least it's at half, so it's not too bad. I had it at 90 something before stream, so. Depending on time and stuff, I might end the stream in a bit. Try to work on either some art shorts or videos or just whatever. Depending on time. Just depends on time, you know. Because
You know. Oh, crap. Oh.
I actually might at some point do I might try to do some more like redesign videos. If those do like they don't do as well as I hope, but like they might be interesting if I do like this, like a certain character that people like, or certain thing. I might if I feel like, you know, Suicide Squad, because there's if the game comes out and I like with design wise, there's some characters I think could be reworked. I might try making a video on it, redesigning the certain characters that I hate their designs. So it just depends. How long have I been going? Shit, for over an hour. Oh. I'll probably go for once it hits like 2 hours, I think I'll end it there. I guess that sounds fair. It gives me a little time to get this little piece, at least more work done on it, and after that, well, you know. So get that. I'm actually this is like the first time I'm using legitimate with like the oil markers and learning stuff on the fly. I'm not perfect with these things. I could probably be better, but you know, probably people that could do it better than I can because I suck. Terrible artist, terrible. I think that's pretty good. That's somewhat good. Might try to add some like color pencils and stuff.
Okay. What the heck? Of course. Got age restricted again. It's been a couple days, and of course, one of the lady ones got age restricted. Of course it is. I'm just gonna take it down. Just depends. Every single time. YouTube! I'll have to see which one it was after stream. It's so dumb. Oh. Actually, I think I'm as good as done anyways. So, because I've been streaming for over an hour now, so I appreciate everybody for stopping by. I might do a gaming stream, or I might not. Might need to get some stuff taken care of. Anyways, maybe get some videos out or an art short. Just depends. Just depends. Just depends. I know I need to work on some more stuff for the comics, so yeah. There's that. So I might try drawing something digitally or something later. You guys stay tuned for that. Just depends on battery life that I have. And all that. But yeah. Yeah, bye. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. I appreciate everybody for stopping by. Means a lot to me. Thanks for the requests and just chatting and talking with me. And keeping me company because I'm bored. But yeah. Have a good evening. Stay tuned for more. And till next time, guys. Peace out. And bye-bye.